Hi everyone, it's Angela back again. I just realised that I just say that all the time. It's Claire back again. I'm just messing with you. It's Claire, hi. Okay, let's have a look at my top 10 OPIs. Now that I've been through all of the OPIs, and I know that I put them out in the worst sequencing ever, but I thought I'd round everything up by doing a top 10. This actually wasn't that difficult for me to choose. There are a couple of honourable mentions, like Lost My Bikini in Molokini and No More Mr. Night Sky. Sorry, No More Mr. Night Sky. That I would have included, but I wanted to be strict about a top 10. So a lot of neutral colours here, as you can see. And they're all classic two-coat OPIs, apart from these two here, which I've put two coats on. But let me show you. This first one here is, and you've seen all these before, so I'm not going to swatch them. And I also haven't brought them either. Hang on one second. Wow, that's what you call completely unprepared. Okay, they're here now. Before I carry on my nails is, look at this beautiful matte blue. A little bit, as it's not chipped on its own, that's my fault from messing around with acetone. But that's China Glaze Combat Blutes, two coats. It's actually opaque in one. You have to be quick because it does dry quite quickly, but I put two on just because it's not very forgiving, as all matte polishes are, with any imperfections on your nails. Let me see that a bit closer. Yeah, there's a bit of a peel on this one here. And this hand, it's just stamping practice, and I used for Your Nails Only stamping polish in Cameo. And on my thumb, I'm just messing around with Green Ocean. See, it jumped into focus when I started to say its name again. It's freaky stuff going on around here today. Green Ocean by Sinful Colours on the thumb. I'd probably need to put a top coat on that because they don't lay flat. I can feel that, so definitely need a good top coat. But yeah, that's just me playing around with the alternatives for Combat Blutes, but I really like this. Let's get back to OPI. So the first polish that I want to show you here is my Boyfriend Scales Walls, and we've seen this before. It makes the top 10 just because it's a lovely neutral, and it's bright, but it's not stark white. It's definitely got that drop of grey in there. Let me just find, let's see if we can see the difference here. So I've got a cotton pad that's very white. Yeah, you can see the grey next to that. So that's my Boyfriend Scales Walls, and lovely cream opaque in two coats. The next one is Stranger Tides, which is from this was from the Spider-Man collection. I go into much more detail if you want to look at the series that I did, which collections they're from, etc. But this is Stranger Tides from the Pirates of the Caribbean. This is the Spider-Man collection. Yes, I'm repeating myself now. Lovely, very, very, very pale. It's looking actually more green in the camera. It's a grey. It's basically a grey with a very, very half a dash, a tiny, tiny little bit of green. And that's Stranger Tides. Again, you can see I'm being influenced by the autumnal shades, but they are my top 10 OPIs any time of year. The next two, speed up a bit, I've got You Don't Know Jacques, which is this lovely milk chocolate And this is I Break for Manicures, which is more of a dark, rich chocolate. And here they are on the swatch wheel. Absolutely gorgeous neutrals. That's looking more black than it is. You can tell on the nail that it's a dark brown, in fact, with a tiny bit of purple in there as well. It's one of those straddles both. The next one is, and I've mentioned this several times, I Don't Give a Rotterdam, and it's the flakies in this. It's packed with silver flakies, which just gives a completely different finish to your average grey cream. Yeah, you see those in the light. And you certainly can see them on the nail. Love this one. So I thought I had a #1 overall OPI, but now I'm looking at this again. I'm kind of changing my mind. I do like that one. The next one you might have recognised, and I've talked about this before, and it's a real classic. It's You're Such a Budapest. And we'll bring it up close. We can see that there is a shimmer in there, but it's not. It's softer than I Don't Give a Rotterdam. And that's it on the swatch wheel. These two were the only two that I had to put 3 coats on, just so that you can see the full effect on the nail. So depending on your application, you're going to either be able to get this opaque in 2 or 3. This next one is looking a lot more jade in the camera. Excuse me. But it's a much softer. That's more like the true colour. This is My Dog Sled is a Hybrid, which came out in the Nordic collection a couple of years ago. And I absolutely love this colour. It's more of a kind of khaki greyed out colour. It's looking a lot brighter actually on camera. But yeah, this is a lovely, lovely shade. Yeah. The next one is fairly new to me. It's My Pal Joey that I picked up a couple of months ago, and this is from the Hello Kitty collection earlier this year. And again, it's a cobalt, but I do like those shades that have got there's a kind of undertone of grey. It's like there's a wash of grey in there, and it is more greyed out to the eye than it is on camera. Again, it's looking really bright there. So that's that one, and so that's 8, and the last 2 I have to put into the OPI top 10, and I've put both of these over I Break for Manicures. We'll start with this one here, which is Comet in the Sky, and I've mentioned this again several times. Big chunky glitters, colour shifting, multi-chrome, big chunky glitters in there with smaller bronzish glitters and black glitters, and you can see those black glitters on the brown there just about. I mean, if you put this on a paler colour, obviously you would see the black micro dots in there as well, but this is lovely, and this reached the top 10 for sentimental reasons, as well as the fact that it's an absolutely gorgeous topper, because Anne, hi Anne, Sweet YFT sent this to me, and it was my very, very, very first OPI. Yeah, so Comet in the Sky. And this one here is, again, I've mentioned this, mentioned all of them, but this is Don't Speak, which is the 18 karat gold flaky. And let me just show you this in the bottle. it's just very, very delicate crushed gold flakes, and it's suspended in this shimmery base. Can you see that sliding down the inside of the bottle? So there's also a gold shimmer in there as well as the flakes. I love the bottle. I love the fact that it's gold. This has been elevated into my top 10 just because of my preference for gold this year, and that's what it looks like on the nail. It's quite subtle and it gives this more of a mottled effect than a heavy glitter, but it's just gorgeous, especially over those lovely creams this time of year. I keep saying this time of year as though we're in the middle of autumn, but that's what it feels like today because it's just been really rainy and horrible here. So, and my nails are kind of telling me that it's autumn, so, you know, there you go. So that's my top 10. Let me know what your favourite ever OPIs are. I'm really interested to know what people think about OPI and which are their favourites. I can tell you that I was going to announce, weirdly, for some people might not like this colour, it's a bit of a pretty, ugly pretty or poopy colour, but Stranger Tides was going to be my top all-time OPI. I absolutely just love this colour. However, I think it might have been knocked off the top spot by I Don't Give a Rotterdam. Yeah, I'm going to change my mind. So I Don't Give a Rotterdam is my favourite all-time OPI. Let me know what yours is. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.